look so funny like this? Oh my gosh. Why do I look so weird like that? Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, Keeping Up with Ken. My name is Makenna and I'm an incoming freshman at Stanford University. A lot of people have been asking me, how did you prevent yourself from completely burning out in high school? I mean, I did a lot of stuff in high school. I was in countless clubs. I led quite a few of them. I did university level research and ended up being published. I did 4 sports. I didn't sleep, I think, very much. And people always wonder, like, how did you not die, basically? Like, you didn't sleep. You did literally everything. And I have some very, very good tips for all of you eager high school students who are worried that you're going to burn out from all of the stuff that you're doing. It's so easy to prevent burnout. And I think a lot of students don't recognize the tools necessary to really give themselves that type of self-care, you know? And I could definitely better my self-care. I'm not going to lie. I'm not great at self-care, but this is how I got through high school without completely kicking the bucket. The first thing I did was take midday naps. Now, I'm not recommending midday naps to everybody, but if you have some more time during the day that you see like 30 minutes and you just want to take a recharger nap, there's nothing against that. Go ahead, sit down on your couch, like go to sleep. It's fine. Do that. Give yourself that space. Take a nap. I loved naps. I would take midday naps all the time, especially in between after school and my track practice, which a lot of the times went until 9 p.m. It would be like 7 o'clock to 9 p.m. during the indoor season. So I would want to make sure that I got some sleep in and did some homework before I headed out, because if I was doing all of that stuff late at night, that would be awful. The second thing I always tell students is to make sure that they plan their study habits well. If you are studying or doing a project the night before it's due, that is not good. That is not healthy. Even though I did a lot of things during the day, I made sure that I planned everything out. And if you want to see me do a study tips or productivity video, please comment below, because I will totally make that if there's interest in it. Like, I would love to tell you guys all about how I blocked out my time and made time for things, because you can make time for everything. I swear on it, you can make time for anything that you want to make time for. So I can share all of my tips about that with you guys if you're interested. But yeah, the second thing that I always tell kids is to make sure that you are not doing stuff the night before it's due. For me, I would do all of my homework, all of my next week's homework on the Friday before that week. So right before the weekend going into the next week, I would do all of the homework that I knew of or could get my hands on. Then I would do it all in one chunk. I'm big on doing everything at once rather than chunking stuff out into small pieces. So I wouldn't give myself very many breaks. Now, that's not necessarily how everybody should do it, but it's how I did it. And I found it really useful to make sure that I could brick out time, give myself all of this time for that, make sure that I didn't go over, make sure that I didn't go under, and get as much done as possible. So if I had a test to study for, I would not be studying for it the night before. What I like to do is make sure that I start 4 days before a test. I study, take 1 day off, study, take that day off, then there's the test day. And I thought that was a really good way to ingrain the knowledge in my head and allow me to truly understand what I was learning in the classroom and absorb that knowledge and be able to repeat it to myself, not just in a sense of, oh, I can repeat this term back, but actually truly understand what I was learning. And by giving myself that time, I wasn't burning out because I was able to stretch my minutes across multiple days rather than just in one chunk like I like to do with homework. The biggest thing for me that really prevented burnout, and I tell this to kids all the time, I see so many underclassmen doing exactly what I told myself I never do, and I want them to never do it, and I want them to stop it because it doesn't help you. Make sure that you're not just taking a bunch of classes for the sake of taking those classes. It's good to take AP classes. I took a ton of AP classes. But if you hate whatever that AP class is teaching and you don't want to learn it, but you feel like you have to take that class because it's an AP, it's not worth it. Don't take that class. Don't make yourself suffer for the sake of thinking it will look better on a college application, because it really doesn't make that big of a difference. It really doesn't. And you should give yourself that time to study something that you enjoy or do a different extracurricular in the afternoon. Give yourself more time to do the things that you love. And this means in the classroom and outside of the classroom. Never listen to somebody who tells you whatever you're pursuing is stupid. If it's not stupid to you, then it doesn't matter if it's stupid to them. Because as long as you enjoy what you're spending your time on, it doesn't matter if somebody else enjoys what you're spending your time on. Why should it matter to them what you're spending your after hours on, right? I don't even get that. I was told so many times as a high schooler and even as a middle schooler that the activities I was doing were stupid. They would be like, why do you do that one? That one doesn't matter to colleges, but to me it didn't matter if it mattered to colleges. And really that prevented me from burning out because all of the things that I was occupying my time with, I truly loved doing and I truly wanted to do. And it's really easy not to burn out when you're actually doing things you enjoy. Because if it doesn't feel like you're suffering every single hour you spend on it, then you won't feel like you just burnt your last wick on your candle. You'll feel like you need to recharge, like a rechargeable battery, but not like a non-rechargeable battery, you know? And so if you want to join a sport and you're only going to end up on JV or C team, doesn't matter. As long as you're enjoying yourself when you're doing that sport, it doesn't matter what team you're on, because maybe that's your break during the day, you know? That's your time to sit down, well, not sit down, but you know, relax, reflect, and reset from the day's work. There were a lot of sports that I've tried almost every sport. There are a lot of sports that I did that truly I did not enjoy doing, and to me, going to a practice for them felt like I was just wasting hours of my day. But if you're doing something that you enjoy, like I really enjoyed track and I really enjoyed soccer, then it doesn't feel like you're wasting hours. You're feeling enlightened, you know? And that's how I felt with computers and taking computer science classes. That's why I took a lot of computer science classes in school, and I didn't get burnt out even though I took literally every computer science class. I truly loved what I was learning, and even when I had homework or after school assignments, it didn't matter to me how much time I spent on them. I didn't dread what I was doing, and I didn't feel like I was wasting myself away. And as long as you don't feel like you're wasting yourself away, you're way less likely to feel like you're burning out, because you're not burning yourself, you're building yourself, right? You're building your character, you're building yourself in terms of your skills, you are building yourself into the person that you want to be one day. And I think that is the most important outtake that all students need to have on not only their high school career, but also their college career. Because if you're going through high school and you're just going through the motions and you're doing stuff because you think it looks good or it will get you into college, then how do you expect yourself to change that mindset once you get to college? How do you expect yourself to really take advantage of the opportunities that you want to do rather than the ones that other people tell you to do? So my number one thing I always tell the kids to stop burnout is to just do the things that you want to do. And I'm not saying like not do anything during high school. I'm not saying sleep all day and take only naps, right? Make naps your extracurricular. I'm saying just take a breath during the day and find something that you enjoy. If you like painting, take some time to do some painting. If you like writing poetry, I really like writing poetry. It's kind of nerdy, but I like to take some time out of my day to write poetry, and it really allows me to reflect and not feel like I'm so stressed, because I get stressed. Because even though I don't burn out, I do feel stressed a lot of the times with the amount of things that I do. And so having those activities really, really allows you to take a breather. And so that's my number one tip for kids. Give yourself time to take a breather, whether that's through a nap, whether that's through your classes, and whether that's through your extracurriculars. Love yourself and love life. The end.